Welcome everyone to the next part in our 1,000 item declutter project. As you can see, we are in the master bedroom. That is madness and mayhem. So this probably will be a two-parter because there's a lot to get through, because I spend a lot of time checking with hubby for some clothes. First things first, if you've been around, you'll understand why the blind is ripped. And if you're not, here's a quick little recap. So a while ago, I decided to do some mega cleaning and I pulled up the blind and it ripped. The blind is only about 18 to 20 years old. We've been in this house for 16 and it's been there before us. And then when I went to move it some more, it ripped, and then also the bottom of the pole ripped as well. And we just haven't got around to fixing it yet. So it's a work in progress like everything else. So first things first, we're going to make the bed because they say that's always a good place to start. I'm sure many parents will understand toys and how they end up in your bed and other places. And even though my daughter is a legal adult, every now and again we have some very strange but very funny things that happen in our house to make other people laugh when we move things around in the house. When I got really sick last year, I had spent a couple of days in bed and my daughter gave this panda to keep me company while I was in bed. It was so funny. I was pretty much asleep for like 2 days straight, so I wasn't even conscious that it was there. Next, it's important to have a little dance party just to get yourself revved up and motivated. This is hubby's side of the room, and normally I having a dance. I normally would say don't touch other people's stuff, but I know that there are bits and pieces in here that literally just keep being dumped on this bedside table because he doesn't know what to do with them. So let's make a decision once and for all. Are they a keep or a go? What is going on? And we sort through them. So there's a lot of me going backwards and forwards, figuring it all out. Oh, this is also the table that hubby will dump all the spare cushions and pillows. He says that we have too many pillows on the bed. I think there's never enough. What can I say? So the clothes that I know he wears all the time, I folded, and I've made a couple of piles because we've got some general shirts that were there. There were a couple of work shirts that I know he wears. There's some bathers and there's some shorts. And then the tops that I've just kind of thrown on the bed, they need a wash because I think some of them are a little bit old, some of them are a little bit torn. I don't know if he wants them as a house shirt or an outdoor shirt, or if we're just going to be getting rid of it entirely, because yep, some of them I'm going to give a really good deep wash in the bathtub, you know, the STIRP, and see how they come up, and then I'll see what hubby wants to do with them. So I made some piles, and then he came and let me know what's what and what's happening with everything. On the floor here we have my mum's sewing machine that is probably about 100 years old, and it stopped working, and I tried to take it to a sewing repair place, and they were just like, ooh, probably gonna cost about $300-400 to repair. And I said, ooh, no thank you. So I'm going to take it to a repair cafe and see if they will be able to fix it. Who knows? There's very handy people there, so we'll give it a go. It's nothing but my time, so that will be good. And then yes, hubby has a few random pairs of shoes down here, so a quick check with him what's what. Stuff just doesn't really always have a place in our house. It just ends up somewhere and there it stays until it becomes a problem, or someone like myself says, hey, these really need to get put somewhere else. And then also I sweep the floor because there's always dust and dirt on the floor and tissues under the bed and random stuff. I am so glad that our house does not have carpet, because vacuuming all the time would drive me absolutely insane. In saying that though, I am sweeping a lot and vacuuming a lot. And when not our next door neighbour but the one down the road moved out of her house, they rebuild. She said to me, oh my gosh, I'm going to be so happy to actually get some proper seals on the windows so I don't have to keep sweeping the floors all the time. And I just went, oh my gosh, I thought it was just me. And she said, nope, this street seems to be dusty. So I'm glad it's not just me. And yes, we end up with a lot of dust in our house. I don't sweep all the time either, to be completely honest. I'm sure if I did it as a really massive weekly thing, I would keep on top of it. But for now, we just keep doing what we do and complain about it. I'll get there eventually. So here is the corridor with everything that we have dumped in there. There's still stuff there from the linen cupboard and the laundry. So if you know, you know. And of course I thought, right, while we are motivated, let's go and do the washing. But of course there's too much to fit into the machine for one load, so we have to throw half of it back into the corridor. Next we have just the biggest dump all that I've ever seen in my life. This space just keeps getting filled with stuff all the time. It is just absolutely crazy. So first of all, we have a box here of ladies' dress patterns and old kids' clothing, you name it, it's in here. And these were in the shed. I brought inside because I was actually looking for something specifically. And also I was going to use some of them in the scrapbooking, which I still haven't gotten around to doing. So for now, I've had a quick flick through. I have kept 3 or 4 that they're a bigger size jacket or dress that, you know, my fantasy self apparently is going to make. So we shall see. But at least I've got rid of the bulk of them there. The next thing also we have here is some banana boxes with some random bits and pieces of clothing, because there was a lady at Zumba who was cleaning out her house and she heard that I am in the Buy Nothing group, and she said, oh, I've got some stuff for you for the Buy Nothing group. And I said, oh, that's great. And she literally gave me boxes and boxes and boxes. And it was the week before I got really sick last year, so these have been sitting here for a year. and I tried to give some away on the Buy Nothing group, and most people didn't want them. Oh great, there's a single sheet. I've been looking for that everywhere. And another one, it's my son's bedding. Why that is in here, I don't know. Oh, there's some more clothing that my friend had donated. So yeah, this box has just a conglomerate of stuff that's just all fallen in here. There were some random things in here I was planning on selling. So I just, this is why the corridor's so messy, because you see me just chucking a whole lot of stuff in here. So I'm also trying to make sure that I only touch things once and sort through them out. But as you will see coming up, that's not the case, because I ran out of motivation to finish everything today. And so in a minute, you'll see me basically having to redo half the stuff that I've already done. But yes, I couldn't get rid of a whole lot of the clothes that she gave me in the Buy Nothing group, so they just sat here. And so now I'm finally getting around to decluttering them. I haven't counted them in the item count because they weren't mine to start with. So I just bagged them up to donate them, and I'll deal with them down the track. I realised as well as I was going through this pile, the white bag that's there is clothes from my daughter's room. So she massively decluttered her room as well. So we've got lots of bits and pieces that we need to go through there as well. And she piled up some clothes and said, I think that you might like this. And I said, oh, okay, thanks. And I said, put it in a white bag and I'll remember. Well, I started going through it all and then realised that probably really should want to try it on and really have a good look at it. So I've just put it to the side for now. There is a second bag here of stuff. I think I'll go through that one pretty quickly though, because I'd already semi-looked at some stuff. But you will see it coming up, because in true form, I didn't just touch it once. It has been a boomerang, and it went around and around, and it's come back again. Now all the loose bits of clothing that's here is all from my friend, so it was pretty quick to go through everything that's here because I remembered that it was all hers. So it's just a matter of bagging everything up. I've hit the point in the decluttering for today where I just emotionally have hit a wall, and I just literally started throwing out random bits and pieces rather than trying to go, oh, I could save this for later. So that's probably one of the good things about having declutter burnout, is that you just get a bit over everything. And I just know that if I start boxing stuff up and thinking, oh, I'll deal with that later, I'm never going to get around to doing it. So I'm kind of giving everything a pretty quick go through and checking it all over, and then going back through and resorting some stuff. I know it's probably not how you should declutter, but it's what I do, and I'm sharing because I watch everyone else declutter who seem to have it all together perfectly, and I think, wow, that could never be me. So I'm sharing to show people that it's a bit of a process and a journey for me. And while that might put other people off to go, yeah, see, it did take forever, I do that too, to show myself that some sections that I've done a really good job, and then it's done. And other sections I can see that I didn't really do it as effectively as probably what I should have. And so it needed to then be dealt with later. So it's that whole do a job once and it's forever done, or whatever they say, I don't know. This bit I have sped up so fast. This is my craft table and I have just dumped a whole lot of stuff on here. This area, I will say at least, is organized chaos, because every time I found something that related to the scrapbooking, it went on the table. There's not all little bits all around the house. It is all on this table. So I'm just moving things around to make some neater piles and to stack some things and put a few things in drawers. And I will eventually sit down and properly organize this. But for now, it is just, what's that word? Like a mass organization. I haven't micro detailed it. That's a video for another time. So it's the next day and I thought I'd show you where we're at. So we've got a basket full of washing that we had done. We've got some bags on the side there ready for donations. And then on the floor where the space is that we have just beautifully cleaned is all the stuff that was on the bed. And apparently I thought that I put it all into beautiful little piles, but no, it all got massively messed up, so I literally had to sort out what was what all over again. And here is the corridor. An absolute disaster, what can I say? So the next bits are sped up. I remake the bed, I re-put everything back on the bed that was to the side, and then everything that's on the floor, I picked it up. I went and did the massive deep wash of all of hubby's clothes as well. So I spent the day washing and doing other laundry as well as cleaning. The next bit here we have, I'm in my bedroom and this, this is a mess. I have too much stuff, and half of the stuff that is in the cupboards I just don't wear. So I will be doing a massive declutter of all my clothing because I need to get rid of it all, because I'm too lazy to put away the things that I wear all the time that are always out on the floor. So that's the purpose. I can clean out the closet and then I've got room. I have heaps of room to be able to put stuff. I just don't have any organized systems. So that's the plan moving forward, to create some bigger spaces in the cupboard so I can see that it's very easy and effective for me to put things away. I literally am going to be going through all of those drawers that are there that have clothes in them. Some are hubby's drawers that I've already done today with his permission. So that's also why there was some stuff on the bed. And we end up putting a whole lot of that stuff away because we've done all the laundry as well. For now, I am doing what I do best, which is just shove everything into a cupboard and worry about it later, because I was thinking, clearly not in a right state of mind, that in a minute, once I put all this stuff away, I'll have a really good semi-looking room that I can do a video around to show you the progress that we've made. But there is still so much stuff on the bed, and when I turned around to realize it was there, I literally just lost all motivation to deal with it, because half the stuff that's on the bed are things that I want to try and sell, and I need to go and deal with it. So for now, this is where we ended up after 2 days. I clean off the bedside table with all the little bits and pieces. That seemed to take nearly over half an hour as well, so I'm so glad this is all sped up. So stay tuned, we have lots more videos to come with lots of other different bits and pieces. Thank you so much for watching. I so appreciate you guys, and I hope this is motivating you to clean up the areas of your house as well. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.